Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Freeman Motorsports YouTube channel. Today, guys, we're going to be doing a live commentary to the heat races at the Food City Bristol Dirt Race. I'm pretty excited for this, guys. I haven't been live to commentate a race since CODA, but that's because I was at Martinsville in person, and that was very much a dud of a race. So I'm kind of glad that I was in person for that race and not here commentating that, because I would not have had anything to say about that Martinsville race because there was literally no passing at all. But the next gen car did look beautiful and sound amazing in person, for whatever that's worth. Would you guys want to put in the chat your thoughts on Bristol Dirt? You can let me know about that, because I know Bristol Dirt is pretty controversial. I think that NASCAR's trying out a dirt race. I always loved racing on Eldora, and I know that yes, the Cup Series really aren't race. Those cars really aren't meant or designed in any way, shape, or form to race on dirt, and the trucks at least kind of are somewhat able to race on dirt. So I understand that kind of gripe with the Cup Series racing on dirt, but personally, I really love it. I really like that they're trying something else, like something new. I know that it really doesn't even race like a normal dirt race, like that's what a lot of the drivers say. So they're saying it's kind of time, but I at least personally enjoy it. But in the first heat, we believe 25 laps, or maybe it's 15. I'll check that again. But you have Todd Gilliland, then Ross Chastain, Brad Keselowski, Tyler Reddick, and those are starting for. Slow down 1 second for me, guys. Okay, sorry for the technical difficulties, but we have the first heat that will be beginning shortly. Each heat race is 15 laps, and in this first heat race, we have Todd Gilliland starting on pole. Okay, I'm just doing a quick audio check. I don't know why it sounds so patchy right now, guys. Eric and Chaco Sluss. I love seeing NASCAR racing on dirt because how they started at least one dirt race. Okay, now let's see. Let's see. Okay, but Eric, I like that they're trying out the dirt racing as well. Like honestly, I'm really interested to see how this goes this year with the next gen car. I wonder if that'll make it go any different than last year. Okay, the audio sounds a bit better now. I think it was that like foam ball I had on the mic that was really counterproductive. But I definitely saw the dirt getting kicked up and caking up on the grills in the truck series heat races. That was definitely an issue. A couple guys had to come down and pit because the mud got kicked up on the grill at the start of these heat races and they started overheating. So that's definitely an issue. But that only happened in the first two heat races. So I think maybe they watered the track a little bit less in between heat races. So maybe help with that because I think, yeah, that was just a result of the track being really moist when they began the heat races and them kicking up a ton of dirt. Also, I'm not sure if the trucks have mud flaps like the next gen cars do. So the mud flaps may actually be able to make a difference. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how Todd Gilliland does in this heat race. Todd Gilliland had a really good qualifying effort last week at Martinsville. Didn't quite get the result, but had some pretty good pace in practice and got, with the help of random draw, got the pole for heat race 1. So if he can hold that track position, which a lot of the guys in the truck series heat races, whoever started on pole in the truck series heat race, was able to keep that track position at least in 3 out of like the 4 heat races. So I think Todd Gilliland started on pole for the heat race will almost guarantee him a good starting spot for the main event tomorrow. Also, guys, I'll be live commentating the truck series race later tonight. But if you guys want to put in the chat who your pick is to win this heat race, at least. Okay, and the green flag is out for heat race number 1. And Todd Gilliland on the inside, Ross Chastain on the outside. Chastain's got the advantage into turns 1 and 2. Reddick also following through on the outside of Gilliland. Chastain and Reddick up to first and second. Gilliland's already dropped back to third. Kozlowski now all over the bumper of the 38. He's to the outside of the 38. He slides up the track a bit, so Gilliland's going to stop the bleeding in third place. But Chastain's being hounded by Tyler Reddick right now. Reddick running a higher line than anybody right now on the second lap. Custer up the track trying to make something happen. These top two already got a second gap from them back to third place. They are pulling away from the field right now. They look really fast. Bowman making some moves up through the field. He's on the outside of Ryan Blaney. That's for 5th place. And LaJoy and Truex battling for 8th towards the back of the pack. But Reddick is all over the bumper of the number 1 at Chastain as they go through turns 3 and 4. And now Bowman to the inside of Kozlowski. Bowman moving forward early on in the seat race. Him and Custer are both moving forward. Now Custer to the outside of Bowman when Bowman wasn't able to complete that pass on the 6. That killed the momentum. Now the 41 on the outside. Now the 8's looking to the outside of the 1. This is for the lead. As they go across the stripe, the 1 sells about a length advantage. Oh, but the 1's up the track. That's going to give the 8 a shot to make a move happen on the outside off turn 2. Doesn't quite get the run. They're side by side, though, down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. I think the 8's going to get it done off turn 4. And Tyler Reddick is your leader now. It's 10 to go in heat number 1 at Bristol Dirt. These two have really driven away from the field. There's a 2-second gap back to third, and it's a mess of cars. Gillen, Kozlowski, Bowman, Custer, and Blaney all over the place. They are 3 wide through turns 1 and 2 there for a second. Now here they come barreling down into turns 3 and 4. Gillen's kind of got a little bit of a gap from him to Kozlowski, who's in 4th, but then Bowman and Custer side by side for 5th. Now LaJoy trying to make a move on the inside of Blaney for 6th place. Truex, the winner of the Bristol Dirt Race in the Truck Series last year, running in last place in this heat so far. Not great for the 19 team. Oh, 48 has a bobble up off that inside line. He may have gotten into the side of the 41 there a little bit. Luckily, these next gen cars are pretty strong, so they get a bit of bumping and beating. But LaJoy moving up to 7th place. Pretty solid run for that 7 truck. I mean, that 7 car. But Reddick is pulling away from the field. My goodness, he's got a 1.5 second gap to Chastain and a 4-second gap to Gilliland in third. That is a bigger gap than anything we saw in any of the Truck Series heat races. Man, Keselowski, though, has been holding off the hard-charging Custer and Bowman. These guys can just not get by that 6 car. Maybe the ghost of Ryan Newman is in that 6 car right now. And Custer and Bowman and Keselowski are 3 wide. Oh, and Ryan Blaney's gone around. He was running in 8th place at the time, but the red flag is out and Ryan Blaney's around. Also, guys, it's the red flag. Doesn't mean that it does mean kind of the racing is stopped, but it's just because caution laps do not count in the heat races. Similar to the LA Clash, caution laps do not count. So we're going to get restarted with 5 to go. So this is going to bunch up the field again and allow some people to make some passes happen, pick up some passing points. If you guys want to drop a like, I'd appreciate it. Drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Oh, Truex gave quite the shot to Blaney there at one point. Not really out of intention, but Blaney just kind of really lost it down in turns 3 and 4 there. And Truex had nowhere to go, but really rammed into the back of that 12. And I gotta say, this next gen car holds up well. If that was a Gen 6 car, that would have torn up the left front of Truex's car. But it looks like nothing even happened to the front of that 19. These next gen cars are tough. I got a piece of sheet metal. It's not really sheet metal anymore. It's more so like carbon fiber, but I got a piece of this next gen car. I got a fender, and that stuff, like, you can knock on it and it is firm, like firm. Like you cannot bend that thing at all. Yeah, so we're gonna get restarted with the 5 to go, and it'll be Reddick, then Chastain, Gilliland, Custer, Keselowski, Bowman, LaJoy, Truex, and Blaney when they come to the stripe. 5 to go. Chastain on the inside, Reddick on the outside. 2 Chevrolets followed by 3 Fords. Maybe Gilliland will be able to rebound and pick up some of that track positioning loss on that initial start of the race, or maybe he's going to lose more. Maybe that car just doesn't fire off as well as some of the guys around him. But here they come into the Geico restart zone, and Reddick's got a great jump. That inside line just did not get going, and Reddick and Custer move out to the top 2, and Bowman side by side with Chastain. Now, this is just like the initial start of those heat race. Maybe the inside just does not fire off as good as the outside, because both times the guy that started first on the inside line dropped 3 spots within the first lap. My goodness, Chastain dropped all the way back to 5th place. But Reddick's pulling away right now. Custer up to 2nd, Bowman up to 3rd, and Gilliland and Chastain side by side for 4th place. But Reddick's already checked out by over a second, the gap from him to Custer. Blaney trying to make up some spots before the end of the seat race, so that way he gets better starting position for the main event tomorrow night. Gilliland's dropped back from Chastain's gotten by now Keselowski, and now he's getting hounded by Truex and LaJoy. It'll be 2 to go next time by. But Truex is really struggling in this heat race, which is pretty surprising from the success he had in last year's Bristol Dirt race. Keselowski gaining in on the bumper of Chastain, but I think it's going to be too far back to make a pass happen. LaJoy's gotten by Truex. LaJoy's up to 7th place. But Reddick is on a different planet right now. He is just checked out from the field. Tyler Reddick driving away. Oh, Blaney tries to make a slide job on the 7. He goes up the track. He knocks into the 7 car. Oh, and Chastain's gone around. Chastain has gone around. I don't know if they froze the field or not for that. I don't think they did. So they're going to race back around, and Chastain is going to finish last in heat race number 1 after showing some pretty strong pace. He's going to have a very poor start position for the main event tomorrow night. He is going to only get 2 points from this race. I'm going to see if he got any help or not. It looks like he just tried to send it in on the 48, and he just lost it on his own there. Almost got collected by the 19. That was pretty close, but that is tough for Ross Chastain. Appreciate you guys who are watching. Thanks for the 5 likes. Could we get up to 10? I'd really appreciate it. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button. Now I'm checking in on that poll about whether or not the NASCAR Cup Series should race on dirt. 50% of you guys say yes. 25% of you guys say yes, but not on dirt. And 25% say no. So at least 60% of you guys say that, at least 3/4 of you guys say that the NASCAR Cup Series should at least race on dirt. Maybe not on Bristol dirt, but should at least try racing on dirt. And I agree with the majority on this one. I really like seeing the Cup cars on dirt. I think it's so cool. It's so unique. And I think it really like kind of draws into that grassroots community, that the dirt racing fan. And also allows guys with kind of a different skill set like Larson, Briscoe, Reddick to shine. But yeah, so now for this next heat race, you have Kevin Harvick on pole, then Kyle Busch, Michael McDowell, Justin Allgaier making a start in the 77 for Freeman Motorsports. Then Christopher Bell, who's a very accomplished dirt racer. So Christopher Bell is my pick to win this heat race. If you guys want to put in the chat who your pick is to win heat race number 2, my pick is Christopher Bell. And then you have Josh Williams making his Cup Series debut for Live Fast Motorsports in that 78, starting 6th. And then Chase Briscoe, Eric Jones, and Daniel Suarez starting 9th. So I'm really interested to see how the heat race goes. Got 20 in the 14, 43 and 99. All showed pretty decent pace in practice, but they're starting in the bottom half of the heat race. So could get really interesting here. Also, guys, if you want to keep track of so basically, if you want to know how your driver is going to start in the main event tomorrow, basically you get points for where you finish in the heat race, and you get points for every position you pick up. So just because you win the heat race doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to start up front in the main race tomorrow. So if you finish first, you get 10 points. If you finish second, you get 9. If you finish third, you get 7. If you finish third, you get 8. But so you that's pretty straightforward, descending points wise. But for every position you pick up, that's 1 point. So here, case in point, in heat race number 1, the points gained was Reddick 1, and he had 13 points. Custer finished second, but he had 16 because he started in 8th place, I believe. And then you have Bowman, who picked up 10 in third. Kozlowski got 7. Gilliland got 6. Blaney and LaJoie each got 5. Truex and Chastain got 3 and 2. So, yeah, Truex and Chastain really did not pick up any points in that qualifying heat. So they're probably going to start in the bottom 5, bottom 10 cars in the main race tomorrow. But Custer, 16 points, that may be hard to beat. So I'd say Custer has definitely got a pretty good shot at having pole for tomorrow with 16 points. How were the starting lineups determined? By random draw. So yeah, the heat races and where you're starting in the heat race, all by random draw, random chance. Hi, Dakota. Appreciate everybody tuning Is my mic staying in there? Okay, yeah, it is. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Oops. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Heat race number 2 is underway. And it is not loading. My goodness. Okay, here we are. Oh my gosh. My internet connection is just going to. It is my internet connection. No, where'd you go? Okay, here. Okay, so Kyle Busch out front. And then Kevin Harvick in second. Chase Briscoe already up to third place. What a start for Chase Briscoe. He started this thing in 8th. My goodness. Briscoe moving forward in a hurry. Now Bell to the inside of McDowell for 4th place. Briscoe and Bell going forward in a hurry. So that's for 3rd place. And Suarez up to 6th. Wow, these guys are really moving here early. McDowell, Allgaier, and Williams going backwards. But Briscoe, Bell, and Suarez really moving forward. Now Bell and Briscoe are all over the bumper of the 4 car of Kevin Harvick. Bell making move to the inside of 4 and turns 3 and 4. Oh, he's up the track a bit, gets into the fender of the 4 car, but Rubbin's racing in the 20 of Christopher Bell. Is up to 2nd place with 11 to go. It's number 2 now. Briscoe trying to follow through on that pass on Harvick, and he gets by his AR teammate off turn 2. Oh, Daniel has gone around. Our second caution of the day, our first one of this heat race, but down, and that 99 Trackhouse Racing machine is getting that thing looped around in the right direction. Trying to work on getting this connection a bit, so I'm not sure why the audio goes in and out here and there. What place is Josh Williams in? Josh Williams is in 8th position ahead of Justin Allgaier, so he's dropped 2 spots since the start of this race. Just lost it there on his own, trying to push too hard early on, was trying to sit in on the 34 of Michael McDowell. But that'll mean he's going to restart in last behind the field. Thank you guys for 10 likes. I really appreciate it. 15. That's our next little mini goal. We got 16 people watching. Can we get up to 15 likes? I'd appreciate it. My goodness, I have no idea why the audio is so in and out. I'm going to try and get that fixed for the truck when I commentate the Truck Series race tonight. But for this restart, we're going to have Busch starting on the outside, then Bell on 5 spots since the start of this race, and so has Chase Briscoe. So they have picked up a lot of passing points. And then you got McDowell following and Briscoe following Bell on the inside. In the heat race, and both starts in the first heat race, both restarts, the inside line fire off near as good as that outside line. We'll have to see if that tradition continues in heat race number 2. And the green flag is out. Bell trying to send it up the inside of the 18 of Kyle Busch. Pretty even restart for both lanes there. The 20 is slideways off turn 2, but he is still keeping it pointed in the right direction down the back straightaway. He's sending it in on his JGR teammate. He's got his bumper out in front of him, but the 18 is going to get that run off the high side, and Kyle Busch will lead it at the stripe. 10 to go in heat number 2. I was trying to hold off from McDowell on the outside. Bell's got the advantage on the 18 down the back straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4 they go once again. Man, the 18 and the 20 just keep going back and forth, back and forth. The 20 was really moving forward, but now that he's caught the leader, he cannot get by that 18 of Kyle Busch. But Briscoe's clear of McDowell for third, and Eric Jones has worked his way up to fourth place, as now he's battling Michael McDowell for that spot. And Jones was in last only a couple laps ago. Wow, this is better for that 43 of Eric Jones. But McDowell got a great run off turn 4 in front of that 43, but the 43 I don't think is going to stay for Love's machine for long. And Suarez, after having to restart at the back of the field after that spin, is work Geyer for 6th place. Now Bell trying to get to the inside of his teammate once again off turn 4. Just can't quite get there. Yeah, Bell can just not get by the 18 of Kyle Busch right now, and he's going to have to try and hope he can get by him here soon, because Briscoe might catch both of them and go by both of them before long. Oh, Kyle's 1 and 2. That allows an opportunity for Bell. He sends it up the inside of his teammate. He might be able to pull off the slide job, but will Kyle Busch look for the crossover? Kyle Busch looking to pull off the crossover on Christopher Bell. It's not there. Christopher Bell is your new leader here in heat race number 2. He takes the lead with 5 to go. Now, he isn't really pulling away from Kyle Busch just yet. Will Kyle Busch give the bumper to the 20 to try and take this lead back in heat race number 2? Man, that 20 car is getting hounded by Kyle Busch right now, but I think the 20 is going to be able to hold on for this win. But meanwhile, the 99 trying to get under the 77 of Justin Allgaier for 6th place with heat number 2. '18 tried to run a bit of a higher line there in turns 1 and 2 than what we've seen in any of the heat races. Didn't quite get the run off that he was hoping for. The good thing is that it really seems like there's 2 grooves in this track. It's not just a 1 groove around the bottom like we kind of saw last year. There's definitely 2 grooves, maybe even 3 along this track. They're not quite up all the way against the wall like they were in practice. We'll have to see if maybe Kyle Larson will try that out in his heat race, which is the next heat race. But it's the final lap. And Kyle Busch, 14, may even be able to pull off pass for 2nd place before this heat race is over. Through turns 3 and 4 for the final time in heat race number 2, Christopher Bell will cruise to the victory in heat race number 2. Then he'll be followed by his teammate Kyle Busch, and McDowell just barely holds off Eric Jones. Then Allgaier, Suarez, Williams, and Harvick. So Harvick, really poor performance. He started 2nd in this heat race and finished 8th. So Harvick really off there, but both Bell and Briscoe moved forward, both picking up, I believe, 5 spots in this heat race, and Bell picking up the win and Briscoe bringing it home in 3rd. Eric Jones also got a decent result in 5th after starting the race in 8th, I believe. Okay, I'm going to check up on the chat here real quick. Hey, bro, doing some iRacing, keeping you posted. Yep, you're welcome, buddy. I'll show you guys the next gen part, maybe in the Truck Series race later. Yeah, I got next gen fender off the car Ryan Preece drove in the LA Clash. Hey, people, hope you are enjoying the race. I certainly am enjoying the heat races so far, Mark. You seem to be as well. Alan C. Crow, Kyle will catch him and win. Didn't quite end up pulling it off, but still second place isn't that bad. Ninth in his first heat race. Yeah, I don't really expect too much from Josh in this because, he's in that live fast equipment. I really don't expect much from anybody in that live fast equipment. It's probably the worst equipment on the grid. I'm going to say probably below Rickware Racing now that Rickware Racing has that technical alliance with SHR. But in heat race number 3, you're going to have Joey Logano starting on pole. And Joey Logano, who won this Bristol Dirt race last year, looked really strong. And that his Truck Series heat race, he just pulled away from the field. He had to make a couple passes to get it done as well. So, yeah, I think Joey Logano is probably going to win the heat race since he started on pole. And you have Justin Haley in second. Oh, wait. Kyle Larson's in heat race number 4, not heat race number 3. It shows that. I think Joey Logano is definitely going to get this. See anybody else who's that strong in practice starting Justin Haley in second, then JJ Haley in third. I'm really interested to see how JJ Haley does. He had decent pace in practice. I mean, I'm talking like 28th overall, which is pretty decent for Rick Ware car. But I'm wondering if he'll be able to hold on to that track position. Then you have Chris Buescher in fourth, Hamlin in fifth, Kurt Busch sixth, Bubba Wallace in seventh, Austin Dillon and Gregson round out your top 9. And if you're wondering, yes, there are 9 cars in the heat race. But still, Custer has the most overall heat points of anybody with 16. Then Bell has 14, and Reddick has 13. So you had 17 points to take away that temporary take the pole from Cole Custer right now. And I mean, Cole Custer with a really strong performance in his heat race from, I believe, 8th to 10th place. Appreciate almost 20 of you guys watching right now. We got 12 likes. Can we get up to 15? We got 19 people watching. We got 12 likes. I think we can get to 15. And I'll try to get this whole microphone thing sorted out for the Truck Series race later tonight. I mean, it is so in and out. It's crazy because I'm listening to my own commentary while I'm watching the race. At least the audio is clear, except for the fact where it like just pauses randomly. I'm not sure why it's doing that. But Briscoe and Almirola talking about how Briscoe did probably giving Almirola a bit of advice since Almirola, I believe, is in heat race number 4. Hope Joey wins in the Joey Logano fan. I hope Joey doesn't win in the trucks, even though I do think that paint scheme looks really nice. I want to see some other young trucker get up there and make something happen. But I do think that I think Joey Logano will win, but I don't want Joey Logano to win. Like, I think Joey definitely looked the strongest in practice. Ben Rhodes also looked pretty strong. He was really willing to push the limit more than anybody else. I still think the most entertaining heat race will probably be heat race number 4, since you have both Larson and Elliott in that heat race. They'll probably be trying to push the limits a bit more than anybody else. We saw Larson really push the limit in practice yesterday and then pushed it a little too hard and gotten into the wall. But checking in on our poll, 50% of you guys say that NASCAR should race on dirt. 36% say yes, but just not on dirt, and only 14% say no. So just even more and more of you guys are saying that yes, we should race on dirt. Not everybody's saying we should race on Bristol dirt, but the vast majority are saying that yes, NASCAR Cup Series should try and race on dirt. And now here they come to the green flag of stage number 2. Joey Logano really wiggling back. Oh, and the 11 tried to make a move on the 15. Oh, the 15's up the track. That may allow an opportunity for the 11 down low. Nope, the 15 closes the door. But just with a great jump off the line, now he's cleared. Then it's Busher in third, and Yaley and Kurt Busch side by side for fourth place. Right now, Yaley and Busher are side by side, and they're kind of holding up the field a bit. Kurt Busch trying to make it to the 15. Oh, Austin Dillon really sideways there. He almost went around. He got a little help from the 11 as well. Hamlin kind of got pinned behind this drop back, almost to last place. Him and Gregson are side by side for 8th. But Haley pulling away from Logano right now. That was really unexpected. I did not think Haley was just going to pull away. But Haley's now got a half a second gap from him to the 22. Austin Dillon all but went around right there and off turn 2. I really don't know how he just saved that there. Him a lot of track position, but it's Haley, Logano, Busher, Kurt Busch, and then Wallace, Dillon, Hamlin, Gregson, how they're running right now. Kurt Busch trying to work his way underneath the 17 of Chris Busher. They go through turns 3 and 4, and Kurt Busch is definitely faster than that 17 right now, so I think he'll be able to get by him pretty soon. And a line of cars behind him, the 23 and the 3 are all over the bumper of that 15 Rick Ware car. Above Wallace peaking low on the 15 through turns 3 and 4. Doesn't quite get the run he's hoping for. 10 to go. That's pretty cool at Eric and Chaco Sluss. Once again, the 23 looking low off. He's got a better run. He's to the inside of the 15 there, even through turns 3 and 4. Off corner exit. Oh, the 23 is a bit of a bobble. He's going to have to tuck in line behind the 15 again down the front straightaway. 9 to go. Now the 3's working to the outside of that 23 Columbia Toyota. Oh, the 23 tried to come up, and he actually paneled the 15 there. Oh! Bubba Wallace tried to pull off the slide job, but nearly just about took him and the 15 out of the race. That was kind of forcing the issue. He was able to get by the 15, but definitely there from the 23. But now the 3's the inside of Bubba Wallace. Oh, the 3's really sideways again, but that 3's definitely a bit faster than the 23 right now, it looks like. He's going to send it to the inside. Oh, he gives the bump to the 23 there just a bit in the middle of the turn. And the 3's now got a bit of an advantage down the back straightaway. Oh, the 3 slides up the track a bit again. I'm seeing a lot of guys really try to send it in on the inside and maybe sliding up the track in their opponent a little bit. But Rubbin is racing. Also, I said Kurt Busch is probably going to get by the 17 of Busher. He was not able to pull off that pass. And now actually Busher's catching Logano. I really thought Logano was this heat race win here, but I guess the Cup Series is definitely different than the Truck Series because Logano and Busher for third or for second. Man, I'm sorry. This audio going so I'll try and fix it though for later. But meanwhile, Gregson's gotten by Hamlin for 8th, and Hamlin now all back at 9th place. And Hamlin's string of just bad luck, bad finishes just seems to be continuing here at Bristol. Mark Busher is hungry. I don't know. I think Busher may be able to get by though, but 2 to go in heat race number 3. Haley has led every lap so far. If he's able to win heat race, it'll be the first heat race so far today where the one driver's led all the laps. Austin Dillon trying to get by that 23. Oh, it looks like he's going to have the advantage there. Really rubbing fenders here. White flag in the air. This is the battle right here, ladies and gentlemen. Austin Dillon's going to send it up. Oh, he maybe up a bit too high. That's going to allow the 23 an opportunity to cross over down the back straightaway. Open corner exit, and he might just be clear of that crazy looking Columbia machine. The heat race number 3 win, and then Logano, Busher, Kurt Busch, Austin Dillon, Bubba Wallace, Yaley, Gregson, and Hamlin round out the field. And that was a pretty crazy finish there to the end of heat race 3. But Justin Haley leads all the laps in heat race number 3 and picks up the victory. Some guys who looked really strong, though, in that heat race was, well, Haley looked pretty strong, but I think Austin Dillon, even though he only got 5th, he looked to have some pretty decent pace, but was really fighting the handling on that car. But guys who really struggled, Hamlin just did not look good at all. I mean, he finished last in his heat race. That did not look very inspirational. And Logano did not have the pace that I expected. He looked super strong in the truck, but in the Cup car did not look. He still finished second, but that was kind of helped by the starting on pole for this race. So yeah, definitely not quite there. I thought Logano was just going to drive away. Did not happen whatsoever. Haley drove away with the win. But I think this final heat race is going to be the most entertaining one, since you got Byron, Stenhouse, Larson in the series. You got Elliott, you got Dillon, you got Stenhouse, you got Larson. 5 guys at least have spent some time mixing it up on in the last couple of years. More so Larson and Stenhouse than the others, but Byron, Dillon, and Elliott have spent some time on dirt in the last year or two. But Stenhouse, even though Larson gets a lot of credit as a big dirt racer, Stenhouse does a lot of dirt racing himself, because he actually owns a dirt racing team in the World of Outlaws. Denny is struggling at no speed at all. Yeah, this will be fun, this final heat race, and tomorrow is going to be very exciting. I will not be live streaming tomorrow. It's Easter. I'm going to be with the family. I'm just putting that. I mean, if any of you guys have a problem with that, take it up with the Lord. No, I'm just, but I will be live streaming the Truck Series race later tonight, and I'll also be. I don't think I'm going to be able to live stream the Talladega race next week. I may be able to live stream part of it, but I'm going to be out of town. And then after Talladega, I will at Dover. So again, probably won't be able to do a lot of live streams coming up here soon. But I'm probably going to have a bit of a vlog up from Martinsville, because I was at Martinsville this past weekend, and it was a pretty cool experience. Also, got to take hot laps on Richmond. That was a crazy opportunity. And yeah. What channel is the heat race on? The heat race is on FS2. And I believe the Truck Series race is on FS1. And then the Cup race tomorrow is on Fox, I believe. But yeah, right now, Cole Custer still has the most heat race points earned with 16. And then Bell has 14, Reddick 13, Briscoe 12, Haley 11, and Logano 10. But somebody's going to need to get 16 heat race points or more to take that pole away from Cole Custer. It is pretty doing the heat races on FS2. You really don't see much stuff on FS2 anymore, except maybe Truck Series practice. Yeah, I think really kind of a missed opportunity here. I mean, these heat races, just Bristol Dirt, I think a lot of people are really interested to see how it goes. But I have to say, that 2 car, that Gain car that Ty Dillon is driving this weekend, is one of my favorite next-gen cars so far this year. Actually, Ty Dillon has another paint scheme. That Allegiant paint scheme he ran. Scheme and this Gain scheme are like 2 of my favorite paint schemes so far this year. A paint scheme that I do not like very much is that 9 Kelly Blue Book car. That car is just very meh. Very meh. It's kind of like sky blue, but not even really sky blue. It's like sky blue. But I think this initial restart is going to be pretty crazy here. And I'm very interested to see if Kyle Larson is going to try and run that high line he was running in practice or not. Nobody's run anywhere near a high line in any of the heat races so far. And Cup Series will be interesting to see. Kyle Larson likes to try and push the issue. We'll have to see if he tries to do it in this heat race here. Yeah, I think Ty Dillon will do pretty well. I honestly have no idea how this is going to go. Pretty much every heat race so far surprised my original expectations. But yeah, I'm still saying Kyle Larson will probably win this heat race. If he doesn't, I'm thinking, I don't know. Chase Elliott, even though he's starting on pole, I don't think he struggled a lot in practice, but he did pretty well in his Truck Series heat race. But then again, Logano did well in his Truck Series heat race, but he didn't do well in his well, he didn't do great in his Cup Series heat race. But here they come to the green flag. Elliott on the inside, Ty Dillon on the outside. And then Byron on pushing Ty Dillon and Almirola pushing Chase Elliott. Now here they come to the guide restart zone. Elliott on the throttle right away, but Ty Dillon with a great run. Oh, and Almirola with a terrible start. He's already dropped back to almost to last place. Larson moving the outside. Ty Dillon running a very high line, and he gets a great run down the back straightaway. Ty Dillon to the lead. Chase Elliott in second, and Stenhouse making a move on the inside of Byron for third. Larson in fifth place. And then you have behind them Cendric. Oh, Larson looked to take it 3 wide there for a second, but he backed down of it. Probably don't want to be trying to pull off that move on the second lap of a heat race. With Ty Dillon. Stenhouse is good, though. Now Larson looking to wait for a way by his teammate. Larson cuts down the track, throttles up, powers to the side of the 24 car. Larson looking for fourth, and he's going to send it in on the 24, and Larson making a move on the 24. Now that move Larson just made was a move I've seen of any car in all the heat races. I'm not even saying that because I'm a Larson fan. Like, he just powered by the 24. But now he sets his eyes on the 47 of Stenhouse. But Stenhouse is catching up to the 9 car here as well. And right now, they're going to have to get Elliott before they even think about Ty Dillon, because Ty Dillon right now is driving away from the field. He's over Chase Elliott. And I thought Ty Dillon would probably do pretty well in the seat race, but I didn't think he's just going to drive away from Chase Elliott like he's doing so far. But Almirola really struggling in the seat right at second, and he's already back to 7th place, and he's under attack from Cody Ware and Harrison Burton. Appreciate everybody watching. Got 13 likes. Can we get up to 15? But Ty got about 7/10 of a gap from him to Elliott. And then right now, Stenhouse is catching up to the bumper of that 9 car. And the 5's not too far behind the 47. So now I was wondering if Larson was going to really high line. He doesn't seem to be doing it right now. So I think he's going to, because it's really not worked in at all. But now Larson's up to the bumper of the 47. I do have to say the 42 is probably running the highest line of anybody I've seen run today. Larson's running pretty similar of a line to the 42, but I mean, Ty Dillon's definitely running a higher line than I've seen anybody run tonight. And just as I say that, everybody went to the bottom there in turns 3 and 4. But now you're kind of seeing a couple different lines. You see Ty Dillon run a high line. You see Elliott run, and then you see Stenhouse running about middle of the track and then down to the bottom of the track off corner exit. Oh, this is getting good. Larson to the outside of the 47 down the front way, and Larson's going to power by the 47 on the outside. Stenhouse, if anything, for him in turns 1 and 2. The 5, not quite clear just yet as they go down the back straightaway. He clears them those that enter turns 3 and 4. Now Larson's up to 3rd place. Elliott to the bumper of the 42 off turn 4. 6 in heat race number 4. Oh, this is good. You got 4 guys all battling it out. Heat race number 4 win. Oh, Larson looking to the inside of his teammate in the 9 car. Oh, he closes right up to his bumper as they enter turns 3 and 4. Oh, Larson's going to power to the inside of the 9. He did his teammate William Byron earlier. Oh, but he doesn't quite get the grip he had earlier and really kind of stalled out there and lost a bit of his speed. Now he's back to 3rd. It's 5 to go. Ty maintaining this lead. I think the only person who's got anything for Ty is Kyle Larson, but I don't think Larson's going to be able to get by Elliott and have time to make a move on the 42. Well, these top 4 have driven away from the rest of the field, and they're battling it out amongst themselves. 4 to go. Oh, Larson slides up the track a bit. He really he just lost it there. And now Stenhouse the inside of the 5. Larson regains his composure and turns 3 and 4, but now he's going to have to try and make a move on his teammate in the 9 car with only 3 to go. I don't think Larson's going to have enough time to get up there and make a move for this heat race number 4 win. Elliott looking low on the 42, wasn't quite able to get to his bumper. Now the 42 runs a lower line to be a little bit defensive on entry. Coming to 2 to go. Ty Dillon leading them. And, the 9 almost got into the quarter panel, the 42. The 9 really stalled it out there in the middle of turns 3 and 4. That was, I think, the 9's last shot at the 42. Will the 5 be able to take a shot on his teammate now? The white flag is out. Ty Dillon, I think, is safe from losing this heat 4 race win. Larson looking to the outside of the 9. He just closes that door up. The 9 runs high, trying to block the runs a bit of a higher groove. And will towards the stripe, it's not quite there. It's Ty Dillon, then Elliott, Larson, Stenhouse, Byron, Cendric, Almirola, then Burton, Almirola, Ware. Wow, that was very intense there. Some really great back and forth there in heat race number 4. I think seeing those heat races, that definitely shows some promise for tonight's truck race and tomorrow's cups, especially. Definitely a wider groove than last year. There's about 3 definite grooves that you could run. Yeah, I saw that news about Eric. I saw that news about North Wilkesboro just before I hopped on this live stream there, Eric. But I'm going to be wrapping up this live stream here in a second. But last update on the poll. 52 NASCAR should rate on dirt. 30 say yes, but not on Bristol dirt. And 17% say definitely. 83% of you guys saying yes, they should at least try to race on dirt. And only 17%. And yeah, I think I'm agreeing with the majority on this one. I think they should definitely try to keep doing the dirt racing thing. I mean, I was going to say if this Bristol dirt race was a total flop, then I would say no. But so far, based on these heat races, it definitely looks like it's not going to be a flop. And I'll try and get the audio a bit fixed up for the Truck Series live stream later tonight. But before I go, if you guys want to check out my Instagram page where I post some diecast I have from my collection and diecast I have for sale, sheet metal I get, you can see that, or you can find that on Instagram at Freeman Diecast, FEMANDIECAST, or there's a link in the below. Going live in about an hour for the Truck Series race later tonight. In the stream there, and I'll see you guys tonight. I'm out.